I feel like it's one of those things where some days me and my cats get along really well, and then other days they will just turn on me instantaneously. Like it's a setup, like it's Reservoir Dogs. I suddenly turn around and it's just Reservoir Cats. Like we have to hold a gun on each other and we're just like, what is going on here? Why did you set me up? Why did you set me up, Mr. Mahoney? And I just don't understand. I just sometimes feel like I'm in a women's prison. Like I'm just going to have to ask for the top bunk, and Mahoney's just going to be like, no, the top bunk's mine, bitch. I'm going to be like, okay. There are no amount of cigarettes that will earn me respect from these cats. And that's when I think, well, how do I earn respect from these cats? And I realize, oh my god, I am such a 20-something single woman, because no other person on the planet ever thinks, how do I earn respect from these cats? It's never a phrase that enters someone's mind as they're going about their daily business, unless you're in a Helen Fielding novel. And I realized, like, how is my life turning into a Helen Fielding novel, and how can I stop from becoming Bridget Jones before it happens? And I realized that one of the main things that's causing it is Netflix. Like, I experience Netflix and chill all the time, and by that I mean I have Netflix and a chilled bottle of wine next to me. And my Xbox makes me fully aware of this situation. Like, my Xbox will go boop boop, and I'll be like, what up, Xbox? And it's like, oh, hey, did you know, Jess, that you've been watching about seven days of Netflix straight? And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I was kind of aware. I've been really into Frank Underwood. Thank you very much for checking in on me. And then a little while later it's like boop boop, and I'm like, oh hey, what's going on, Xbox, you doing good? And it's like, oh hey, did you know that you've watched about 3 straight hours of this this TV show, Jess? And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, what's up? Go ahead and just say it, Xbox and Netflix, just go ahead, just go boop boop. Hey, did you know you're wasting your life right now, Jess? Like, you might as well just turn to my mom and be like, you should go outside. Like, you should maybe get on OkCupid. And then it could be like, no, Xbox, I don't want to get on OkCupid. I've been on OkCupid. I feel like OkCupid is like jumping in a dumpster and trying to find your true love in there. Like, no, you're not going to find your true love in there. You're going to find a used condom and like a Lean Cuisine box, but you're not going to find your true love. You're not going to find love in that hopeless place, despite what Rihanna might tell you. She is lying. And there are plenty of fish in the sea. But if half of them look like they might be serial killers, I'd probably just avoid it. I'd probably just pass on that round of Go Fish. But anyway, that's been my week. That's been the thoughts of about 2 weeks. There's been a lot more that happened, but we'll save those. We'll save those things. We'll just push those things to another vlog, because that would take forever. I've been drinking a lot of coffee, and I've been spending a lot of time with books. And so I thought, well, why don't we do a little bit of a book thing? I went to the library book sale recently. It's a place where basically all of the books that the library no longer uses, or books that have been donated to the library, go and are sold for super duper cheap. So I thought I'd go kind of over those in a booktube style book haul. The book holidays, if you will, even though it's April, and like, I don't know, maybe Easter, maybe it's an Easter holiday. You know. Anyway, who knows when I filmed this? That's the magic. That's the beauty. That's the mystery of not pulling the curtain open. Anyway, first book. Virginia Woolf. The Waves. So there's just a woman sleeping there. She's clearly not waving at us, but there are waves. There are waves on the cover. This looks like something, an art piece or a Decemberist album cover, but it's not. So apparently, Virginia Woolf, this is considered her masterpiece. One of the reasons I was really interested in it was because Kate Atkinson references her a lot and quotes her several times in Life After Life, and I've never read anything by Virginia Woolf. So even though I know, like, The Hours was a really big movie and everything, I've never really looked into her. And so I thought it was about damn time I do. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out. This is apparently about 6 children from their birth to their death. And I don't know if they grow old or not. I mean, I guess, you know, child deaths spice things up. So maybe she's just throwing some drama in there. Maybe it's a Lifetime movie. We'll see. We'll see how it is. Book 2 is Lois Lowry's Gathering Blue, and as you can see, it's gathering all of the reflection from my monitor. It gathers a lot of things. It's good at gathering things. So it's one of those things. This is the second in the Giver series, which is kind of a dystopian young adult fiction novel. Before those were cool. It was the hipster of its time. This is about Kira, and she's dealing with the Council of Guardians, which is kind of one of the governmental factions in this thing. And I'm really excited about it. It's been a long time since I've read The Giver, but this was recommended to me by Tippy22, another great streamer and a great friend of the book club, so I'm super excited to check it out. I had just put it on my Goodreads list, and I found it, and I was just, yes. I was all yes. Book 3, Book Trace, is basically Never Let Me Go by Ishiguro. Now, Ishiguro might sound familiar. He was our January book club pick. And while I didn't like him that much, I thought his descriptions were really long-winded, kind of like talking to your grandparents. They kind of meander. I thought his themes were really good, and I've heard that Never Let Me Go is amazing. So I was like, for a quarter? Yeah, fuck it. Well, I'll check it out. Sure, why not? Fourth book is Nietzsche's Daybreak. Now, I know this has nothing on the front. This has nothing on the front, so here you go. It says Daybreak, Nietzsche, so you know I'm not lying. It's not a Tim Daly ABC canceled TV show. I am definitely doing this. And like most Nietzsche's stuff, it's a collection of different things from his notebooks and his journals compiled into kind of themes, and those themes then become the basis for the book. So it's one of those things where, like myself, Nietzsche's a bit disheveled. He kind of doesn't get his shit together, so people have to help out with that. I really think that's the draw, that's the line. That's the line where the similarities between me and Nietzschean. Like, I'm never going to be able to grow a fantastic beard, not going to have syphilis, and I'm probably not going to be used for Nazi propaganda. But it's one of the things we definitely need someone. We need editors. So he got an editor. It looks amazing. It's one of the few things I haven't read by him. I read Beyond Good and Evil, which is amazing, and Thus Spoke Zarathustra, which is one of my favorites of all time. And I really love Nietzsche. I think a lot of his stuff was taken out of context, and it's really just fascinating reads. Definitely excited about this one. And finally, The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's 800 pages. This is definitely going to be like a 3-month tryst. This is going to be like the kind of commitment that I made to Ayn Rand. Like, I'm feeling like this is going to be the kind of long-term commitment. Like, I might have to tell House of Cards I'm seeing someone else. I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's supposedly a mystery about a man who travels to a town and meets 12 strangers, all of whom have some sort of link to the Zodiac. I'm not big into astrology. I don't know, maybe Ted Cruz is in this, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like. I think it's going to be kind of an amazing ride. I've heard mixed reviews about it, though, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And you'll probably see reviews of those in 2016. That's probably going to happen. So be on the lookout for those as they happen. And I'm going to wind this up. I think I've rambled at your face long enough. Probably like that crazy old prospector in a horror movie. You're probably about ready to go to the cabin. So, I will talk to you soon. Drink lots of coffee, have lots of good times, and I will talk to you soon. Hearts of shit.